Hello everyone, my name is Duncan and welcome to The Sims 4 Let's Build a Studio. The studio is, and will always be, some kind of YouTube studio that I eventually hope to get in the future. Basically a place to go to record videos and make content. Now I had an idea for this place, quite simple. I wanted several rooms as offices for everyone, have their own office and its own place to record. But then I want a big open room with walkways at the side and in the middle basically a dip in the ground, where you can place a recording or a editing team, not a recording team, an editing team and maybe a cantina. I was slightly inspired by the Imperial blah blah from Star Wars, I don't know, like those ships. If you walk there over the bridge you can see that the people that work there are down in the ground. And I really liked it, so I wanted to somewhat recreate it in this game. Now what you can currently see me doing is making rooms, the offices here. They are exactly the same size for everyone, and in the back here I want to make two special recording rooms. Now, as you can see, small dip, with stairs going down so you can actually enter the place. And of course, light ground. Well, the problem I had with this build was mainly choosing wallpaper, choosing ground colors and stuff like that. I am not an interior designer. I am more exterior, which you can see a lot in my Minecraft. I like to design exterior stuff. If you look inside my builds, for example Minecraft, you will see that they are mostly empty. And here I have the same problem when choosing wallpaper colors, floor colors, just basically anything except from somehow furniture. But when I tried to look at the outside, I was like, fuck, how am I gonna do the walls? I really didn't know. I wanted to try and create something more modern, whilst I normally play rather medieval. That was a thing. Now, what you can see me do is basically go around the entire structure with white paint, I believe it was. I can't quite remember. But what that does is it makes the entire building, the outside, it makes it white. Which in my opinion looks rather, well, modern. Now, what you can see me do here is put in these several doors. I want double doors for basically the big offices, the big areas need to go, and then smaller doors for the smaller offices and bathrooms apparently. Now, what you also can see me do is create green walls. Those are basically permanent green screens. Now you may think, well, those don't look exactly green, they look a bit bluish. Well, that's correct, because there isn't any green in this game. I'm not even joking. There's literally no green for walls. This is the closest I got to green. But anyways, at the side you can see me here walking on the roof because I had a bit of light problems inside. And at first I wanted to create a second floor for things such as special offices where you can plan shit, can talk to people, can basically discuss things, and maybe even sleeping quarters if someone wants to live there. Later I scrapped that idea because quite simply you can't walk there. You can see the stairs there, the stairs is not in the final build. Now, currently I'm walking on the toilets. As you can see here, I accidentally placed the things all the way around. Fix them now. And basically what I do is I make a 2x1 space in which I can set a door and a toilet. And those are the toilets you can see me placing here. Those were actually quite easy to make and a lot easier than I expected to happen. As you can see here, building the other stuff, and it's still rather dark because quite simply I have not looked at lighting yet. And you can see me here placing toilet paper. Why in the heavens is toilet paper so far up the wall? I really couldn't figure it out. But apparently there's a thing now. And here you can see me place some lights, and I was initially going with those lights, and later I realized, well, that's going to be a bit of a problem eventually if I'm going to fill my walls. So I took them out and I switched them out for these ceiling lamps. Now what you can see me doing here is actually rather weird because you won't really see a shower at an office, would you? Well, in my office you would, because I know that if I would have a thing like that, I will do the most crazy shit. I will like have buckets of slime and throw them at people and maybe do some paintball, and that will get you dirty. So we have a shower in case you get dirty during the recording or whatever. What you can currently see me here, the big office is basically my office. I've got two sides. I've got my recording side and I've got my boss side. My recording side is the same as any other. And my boss height, it looks a bit cool. There you can see me save the game really quickly, because before I recorded this episode, I tried recording it as well, and then my game crashed and it fucked up my entire recording. So I was forced to, you know, start over. Now, what you can see me here is working on my office. I wanted 2 big bookcases at my boss side, like, okay, here we've got a shit ton of games that we can choose of. And of course, other administrative stuff. And one major problem I had with this game, or with this build, is normally when you record you have like these desk mount microphones, or something similar to it. You don't have those in game. The only microphone you've actually got are the ones I just placed there. So you just have to use a bit of your imagination in order to make that work. Now, something else you notice is maybe the studio lights. The studio lights are, in my opinion, really cool. They look absolutely amazing. I really like them. The only problem with them is they give some sort of red glow. Something I did not enjoy as much. So if you ignore that small bit, it looks really cool, and I tried some cinematics and even there you won't really notice it. So for that reason I kept them. Now you can see me place some paintings on the wall. Well, not really paintings, they're more like posters of films or games. I like to imagine those are either series we brought out or video games that we got posters from. Just imagine that. This looks, in my opinion, really cool. Now, I went to the editing area. As you can see here, the area is really big. At first I wasn't planning on placing a cantina, so what I did is quite frankly just move those all to another area, where they're standing right now, and then draw a wall through the middle. I first tried the wall, didn't work. Then I tried a small little room of a size of 1. So what you then get is a single walkway, like get on the side, so you can walk actually in between them, which actually is really cool if you ask me. Though it's still a bit dark because there's no lightning. That's something I'm going to fix about now. Now, place the stairs, and then we go back to the editing area. Something that I would like to point out is like, for recording I choose black seats. Why? Because I think it looks really cool if you got a black seat. So I want to make a distinctive difference between recording and editing. The difference being mainly recording has black seats and editing has white seats, as you can see right here. Now, we've got our editing team, or the location for the editing team. I tried to goof around a bit with the carpet, but that didn't quite work out, so I went back to the original one. And I placed some drawers at the sides. These are not bedside drawers, well they are, but I like to imagine they are holding, like, I don't know, books or guides or whatever. Anything actually. Now what you can see me do here is I finished wow, I can't speak today. I finished the editing area and I moved over to the area next to it, which I wanted to turn into some kind of canteen. I had a bit of trouble here with especially the dishwasher. I really couldn't figure out how to place it there. So I eventually decided to not place it in that area. I wanted to make some kind of cooking island like you see there, which was surprisingly hard actually. As you can see here, you can see this corners glitch and change and all that. And eventually I tried to do something with it and it just didn't work anymore. But I figured out how to put the dishwasher, so in that area I eventually put the dishwasher once I am done. As you can see here, you can see me having trouble quite a bit, and eventually I just kept to that. Change it out for dishwasher, put the dishwasher in, and then put a bowl of fruit on top of it. Oh yeah, and something I also found is this director's nameplate. I'm like, oh, that's cool, so I put it in on my desk. I think it was fitting, at least. So what you see me now is trying to screw around a bit with dining tables. I first wanted to make a double dining table of 2 wide, couldn't find it. So I went for this modern looking one, just put 2 tables next to each other with chairs, and there you've got a small little canteen. Just quickly doing the lighting around it so it's well lit, won't be eating or editing in the darkness. Now then I moved over to another area. This is what I call the streaming room. Or collaboration room, whatever. Quite simply, you've got 6 desks with 6 computers. All of those are linked together. Well, not exactly linked together. Well, they are linked together, but in another way that you might think. All 6 computers are connected to a single capture card. Or 6 different capture cards, those capture cards are connected to a main computer that you see at the side. It is a I think it was called a control panel. But I might be wrong, or a command center panel, whatever. Anyways, I would look really cool, and that's basically where the editor of this live stream is. You should start making sure everything goes well and the all 6 players play. Now what you see me here is actually some kind of studio. Well, the entire place is studio, but other than that, this looks a bit different than the rest. You can see me place a bar, place a bookcase of some sort, and other things. Quite simply, I want this to be the set of the off-topic, or no, not off-topic. That's achievement. What did we call it again? Oh, I forgot the name. Sidetracked. There we go. This will be the studio or the set of the Sidetracked podcast. It's a podcast that Ian and I will be doing. And I thought that this set looks really cool with it. You can see me slowly building up the set with different type of walls, a bit in the background and some drinks. I like to imagine those actually work. Now the main problem I had was there is only one type of camera in this game, and that is the old photo camera. So I like to imagine instead of having a table with old photo camera on top of it, that you have those really HD, expensive, professional cameras. Now you can see me do here is once again play with lighting. Those studio lights, I really enjoy them. They look so cool, and as you can see there, the entire area, you can see in the back you've got one desk with a computer with 3 cameras, and then the set, and it's just, I really enjoy the area. Now moving on to the next room. This is, well, a virtual reality room. Here you have one person sitting behind the computer, recording everything and all that, and then you've got one person in the virtual reality thing, and that's basically it. You see me go around just editing a couple of things in here and there, and then here I realized I can't move upstairs, so I quickly deleted it and added some paintings or some posters in that area, in the plant. Then we move outside. I have only done the front side, not the side, not the back, because I don't find it interesting, but I find the front, because you got it on the thumbnail, really interesting. So what I did, I wanted to make one big walkway, basically where you can walk into, and then there's a little flower park with a tree. You see me building here, just editing the flowers in, editing the tree in, and then a lot of bushes and grass. And I think of the entire build, besides the sidetracked set, I think that area, the front, with all the bush and all that, looks really cool. You see me placing some fences to line the things off, some lights, and eventually I also think a giant sign. I might be wrong there. Something else I wanted to create, what you can see over here, is some kind of parking lot. You see me drawing out the parking lots with fences, the low white fences, and that's basically the best I can do because there are no parking lots in this game. And slowly you can see me go around the place, putting in more bushes. Something else about this build is I surprisingly enjoyed this a lot. It is very different compared to Minecraft Let's Builds or whatever, because here I can literally just press record and then build, which is really cool in my opinion. And next to that, it is really high detail. I can make things as detailed as I want, and I've not had that in any other game, so yeah, that's a thing now. Then we're almost ready with this build, almost done. After this, we'll have some cinematics to look at the area, and I just hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.